Yeah, peace. Damn, man. It seems like it's gonna be a rough road for Diddy. Seems like it's gonna be rough for Diddy, man. It seems like Keefe D is really implicating him now. Um, I mean, I'll give my personal take on this shit just because ultimately, coming from the streets, all we got is our balls and our word, and sometimes it's best to fall back, and be quiet. But I feel like the YouTube and the whole YouTube internet thing at this point is a trap in itself. It's like ultimately, you give people a platform to tell and reveal things, and now everything gets uncovered, and we don't really got any white people who coming up here, I mean, and if they do, the 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 percentage of them being prosecuted for things years later are slim versus a black man who's successful enough to come on and make money off of old stories and shit. But I feel like the whole internet shit is a setup at a certain point, it just would have to be, But it looks like Keefe D is basically, they basically saying that he telling that Diddy hired him for $1 million. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. But I mean, I think it's beyond being racist at this point. As far as our problems, black people problems. The racism is obviously, but I think just the melanated gene at this point is showing its true colors. The melanated gene is showing its true colors, and it's but so much that one man can do unless this energy isn't enough of us to make a change for the entire world, not just for black people, because ultimately, it would be impossible for you to be at the bottom and then switch the playing field that fast to not care about everybody else. I feel like that's the wrong way to do things. Malcolm was right and Martin was right. It's just a combination of these things that's going to work. It's a combination of these things that's going to work. But so they saying Keefe D linked up with Diddy somewhere at the what is the place they saying Keefe D linked up with him at? I think they say Keefe D met up. So he saw something forming with it, like a jealousy, but it wasn't direct. Met him at like a lunch shop, bagel shop, and Diddy, and that type of success don't come. That's why I look at shit the way I look at it too, because I feel like not for nothing, having that type of success for all these years, when does it stop? When does the success stop? That's how I honestly feel. You know what I mean? I honestly feel like all of this shit is a setup, for real. Even with all of this shit, like, these black women, these sexy ass women all on this shit, shit gonna be hard for these women to be taken serious after every last one of them is on TikTok shaking their ass like this. And just like homie has said that, I think the guy Hassan Campbell was saying that as far as the Kevin Gates situation where he spit his shorty mouth. Like he said, that's crazy. Like, what dude gonna take her serious now? You know what I mean? What dude realistically gonna take her serious now? You know what I mean? Like, realistically, so, that's shit like that, demonic shit, you know what I mean? Like, demonic shit that just ain't valid, But, black people, we all the way fucked up. I tell you that. I never really realized this shit until I had a chance to really sit back. But Now I can honestly say that shit. Like how I seen shit growing up and how shit is now. Black people, we doomed. We doomed out this motherfucker. That shit is a fact. Niggas is doomed out here. Niggas is doomed out here. Niggas is doomed. Niggas is doomed out here. You know, niggas ain't got no hope. Everybody want to be a motherfucking YouTuber, not spreading no solid shit. You know, not spreading no solid messages.
Okay, so you go to your mother's house. It was Rich. Rich was already there. Was your Uncle Johnny there as well? He wasn't there at the time. Okay. He came. Well, he came. Like everybody started gathering because now we're feeling like there's something going on. You don't receive the phone call. He's not here. It doesn't seem like somebody's playing. It doesn't seem like a game. Everything that you never thought about, like anything that you didn't know, it all is spun around and it's in your face. Okay. So was it around 48 hours that there was some level of calling back and forth, like a negotiation or something leading up to the McDonald's situation? Probably 24 hours because they were being persistent. It probably was 24 hours in. And they saying that to go over to McDonald's to see how.
Then we got the war going on. You know, we got the crazy war.
Tape was there. Okay. Who went over to McDonald's? One of my brother's friends.
We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. We have been honed into a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down.
All this we shit. We in French now. You know, we in French. All this we shit now.
And I go out there and I see that they got a cup and it's a piece like.
Look at this shit.
And I just left. I just went to the precinct after that because for the whole time they was telling us not to contact Johnny's in cool.
He's there for everything I need. We was out every night in New York. He took me to every club, and I knew it was gonna be something, but I didn't know it was gonna be like that. Now, I knew that boy was smart. First thing he said to me was, "We get rid of this widow's peak," and I was like, "I ain't getting rid of no widow peak." He said, "But when you get on the big screen, it's gonna look big." I said, "Man, this is mine. This is the way I do it. My thing." Man, Strictly Business came on, and I seen it. I look like a vampire.
Nigga said he looked like a vampire.
I was like,
did he add that one? Like,
right, man. You know, he was sharp. And he's a cool kid. A cool kid, straight up. Yeah. I saw him.
Tommy Davidson. I hope that nigga alright, man. Cause that nigga ain't. Nigga kind of sweet around there. Nigga kind of sweet a little bit there, man.
So I'm just dropping his bags off. You gotta get that out of here. You know, I'm his assistant. I'm trying to drop his bag off. He said, "Get it out of here and get it out of here now." He said, "Well, how am I gonna put it to?" And the big dude lunged and he died. Caught him with the corner. Yeah, he was calling around and he called me and said, "I can't get out."
Yo, the nigga said Diddy was Tommy Davidson's assistant. Ain't that some shit? Everybody got to start somewhere.
And that's one person
That's crazy.
Never. We still like that. Wow. You know, so at that point, he's shorty to me because I'm older. Right. You know what I mean? But shorty, man, he's going to a whole nother level. P. Diddy was your assistant. What kind of assistant was P. Diddy? He's a hard worker. Okay. He's smart as a whip. He's there for everything I need. We was out every night in New York. We used to play every club. And I knew he was going to be something, but I didn't know it was going to be like that now. Yeah. I knew that boy was smart. First thing he said to me was, we get rid of this widow's peak. And I was like, I ain't getting
TikTok shit. Look at the shit that's on TikTok. Oh shit. This shit is too entertaining now. So all this shit is up there. Watching people do dumb shit. Asses and mistakes and bullshit. This shit is crazy.
Come on. After the break-in at my mom's house, I'm going to check all my cars and see if it's GPS. Because how else would you know that? Well, my mom is like, it's different if it's me. Right, somebody's like, see it.
I just check this out. Donnell Cole. Check this out. I tried to dress up like a little boy because I didn't want to be recognized going out the building that they was watching. Well, how did the police take it? So you personally went to the police and filed a report.
From BaltimoreSun.com.
How did the police
The man
react?
was black, in his early 20s, 6 feet tall and about 160 pounds, with short hair.
Seriously? Don't answer the phone.
From ChicagoTribune.com. Most people who know the Bible are familiar with the more obvious black personalities, such as Simon of Cyrene, who helped Jesus bear the cross, or the Queen of Sheba.
Now everybody's trying to put a scenario together, I guess. But what ends up happening is they tell my
Yeah,
mama,
but it looks like Diddy might be done, man. So Diddy might be finished.
messed it up right there. Like, I just don't understand why they told her don't answer the phone. Like, her child is missing, been missing. Every time these people call, we pick up the phone. We talking to them, we trying to negotiate things, we trying to say, give us time, stuff like that. And then, for as long as it took them to come in and put a tap on my mother's line, we had not answered the phone. Were they calling, you think? Yeah. Okay, so the phone just kept ringing and ringing and you guys didn't answer. But we were told, don't answer the phone. Okay, well, did the feds get involved? Okay, so now this is being escalated to a serious, you have a serious kidnapping of a child. Of a child. Okay. Well, Fritz, who was Rich Porter's plug at the time, met up with Rich and gave him 30 kilos.
All this shit is a setup, though. You know what I mean? When you start giving niggas $200 million, when you start giving niggas, you know, $200 million to play basketball, and you got wars, you can't take none of this shit serious. It just would never add up economically. You know what I'm saying? Somebody obviously got enough money to pay stars and athletes millions of fucking dollars, but don't have enough money to help bring order and the media into the world. You know what I mean? Like that shit would never. You know, it's just ultimately surprising to see money double that fast, to see multiple businesses and multiple areas of life, you know, really gain that much worth. You know what I mean? To the point where, you know, sneakers and clothes and, you know, beyond just the supermarket, you know, beyond just motherfucking gas and the oil and necessities that we need, beyond keeping up the farms. You know what I mean? There's more money in technology and just keeping shit going than creating a homeostasis, creating a basis, creating a medium, creating a middle. You know what I mean? So that's when you know there's something the fuck going on. I think that at one point in the world, things were headed towards that. And maybe, you know, it wasn't. But ultimately now, I think, you know, we can admit that this is some bullshit that's going on in the world at this point. You know what I mean? I think ultimately everybody, white or black, you know, can clearly see that there's something else going the fuck on out here. You know, considering all of the bullshit that's going on. I could hope that we all agree on that at this point. And, you know, furthermore, you know, they got us with this entertainment shit still. You know, ultimately it could be used for a good thing or it could be used for a bad thing. And then you got grown black niggas up here, men, feeling the need to talk about shit in the past, you know, which is crazy. Like, any motherfucker that really been in this shit gotta be at a point where it gotta be a way better point to prove than talking about illegal shit in the past, no matter if you got cleared for this shit or not. And that to me is even funny because I feel like you still trusting too much in the system that ultimately could be changed. They might come out with a new fucking law that reverses all of that shit, that stops the prosecution of a crime in double time. You know what I mean? They might come up with a reality law where you've came to your senses and you need to be put in jail. You openly admitting the shit when you fought in court trying to defend your innocence, but now you openly on motherfucking YouTube, admitting the shit, you know, even because there's a law that says that you can't be tried again and you did your time for it, but still, why even jeopardize that type of shit? The past experience of that shit enough to talk about it beyond internally in a small circle is crazy. I think that's a sign of being crazy in itself right there. I think all these niggas up here who come up here and glorify their past at a certain point gotta be a little bit crazy. You know what I mean? Beyond just the natural human nature of, expressing who you are. And I'm guilty of it too, to a certain extent. But I think when you take it too far, then you've gone too far. You know what I mean? I think at that point when like Keefe D, like I feel for Diddy, even though I feel like Diddy has something to do with a lot of shit too. I mean, what real nigga ain't gonna feel like that? Especially if you a Brooklyn nigga, ain't no way in hell we going to Cali, you know what I'm saying, knowing that it was drama like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck, well, you ain't like, you know what I'm saying? And I ran Brooklyn, every side of Brooklyn. I know niggas every side of Brooklyn, but back then, it might have been a little looser, but damn, a nigga still was had a territory, issue. Like we territorial, so how to move on another nigga territory. And to go out there and get caught up in that shit, all you do is pray for big. Like damn, he ain't even get a chance to live his life. And P. Diddy took that shit and ran off with big shit in a way. Like, no matter all the little money he might have gave out to the moms, to the kids, they got little shit. That shit has never be compared to what Biggie was really worth. You know what I'm saying? And for that shit not to get, you know what I'm saying? Like that had to been the most fat. It been a target. He been walking in with a dark cloud over him no matter how much he tried to hide that shit. Diddy had a dark cloud on him from that shit. I feel like by this time, instead of doing what you was doing all them years, the direction of that shit could have been changed, nigga. You niggas should have opened up colleges and shit. You niggas should open up electrical schools and trademark schools and shit. You niggas could open up agricultural schools. You niggas could start building little farms, community by community. You know what I'm saying? It's enough space in these little cities to build little farms here and there. You know what I mean? Like to maintain shit to the point where everything ain't gotta come in on a truck. You know what I'm saying? But when you get niggas who, you know what I mean? Like niggas who ain't never had no real purposes, is like, you look at it like this. You might get a millionaire who gonna say, you know what, we're gonna go to Chick-fil-A or go to a $1 million franchise, $1 billion franchise, or something that's already established, and we gonna buy $100,000 of something to feed the homeless. Or would it make sense to invest in something that provides food for that same amount of money that continuously grows? So when you just use pure logic as a capitalist, and this is what ultimately every person who's successful has, a capitalist mind eventually, unless you're just in an industry that you're able to access a source, or something that doesn't have to be, it's not that hard to create, So per se, if you're in the agricultural business, it's not necessarily a capitalist thing in the essence, but if you're in any sort of business, you got to have a capitalist mind to eventually want to be your own boss, to be able to distribute and be the boss of the customer, the seller to the customer that you once were. Let's just say that you'll be the seller to the customer that you once were. So it's a better mind state when you're that type of businessman, because you're able to switch positions fast. You're able to see exactly how the demand of your product or your service, what it is, because you were once there. So you might excel at that business, versus to just monopolizing a business. But now you look at it like every fucking sneaker brand is $1 billion brand. So that's different. Back in the days, you know, there was a level to certain things. But now every sneaker is the same price. So they've leveled out their playing fields a long time ago. You get a deal from Nike or Puma, you're still a fucking millionaire. You get it? So this is how much far behind black people are. You know, and then you heard they just made Shaq and AI the VP and P of Reebok. And it's like I thought about it, like, I mean, it's just another check for Shaq. It's literally like how much money can he really need at this point? You know what I mean? So you know something has to be, you know, a little off. You know, like when they're making Shaq and Allen Iverson the vice president and president of Reebok. They're not making Shaq the owner of Reebok. He didn't buy Reebok. He's just named the president and VP, so they'll be able to oversee shit now. Will they be able to clean house? Will it matter for them to clean house on Reebok? They're a company based on selling rubber and materials footwear. So how much could that benefit black people or the culture or anything that's going on in the world? You get what I'm trying to say? So while they're at war, while people are at war over this shit, Israel and Palestine, we're making Shaq and Allen Iverson the VPs and Ps at Reebok. You know, and as a black man, you got to say to yourself, if I was in their shoes, I'd feel fucking nervous. Like, you mean to tell me there's enough wealth in this country for shit like that to be going on, and for companies to shit like this shit, like their business isn't gonna fucking stop. You know what I mean? So what we caught in the matrix at this fucking point. We caught in the fucking matrix, and there's no other way to deny it. You know, we're caught in the fucking matrix at this point. There's no other way to deny that. You know what I mean? There's no way to deny that we're caught in the matrix at this point. You know, it's impossible for us to sit here and take everything that we're getting in real reality. Like, it's fucking possible to me. You know? But money will blind you. You know, money will blind you, and you can't be mad at the ones who are just in that position just to receive it like that at this point. You know, but it's ultimately, you know your worth. You know what you do. You know, and ultimately, even these new players, you know, you got to look at some of these new guys, and you look at it and you say, if you're really into the sport and you watch others do it, you know, do you compare yourself to a Karl Malone or Charles Barkley or Michael Jordan or Scottie Pippen? And when you look at the level of play that they gave to the game, and you look at a $30 million payout, you know, for a $30 million a year contract, for $54 million. Let's not get to the MLB. Let's not get to baseball. But let's just leave it at basketball. When you get to some of these contracts and you compare it to the worth, value, and everything you can combine it to, you got to see where something went wrong. You know, where, you know, you think in the majority of anything, you know, there's enough melanated millionaires on, even if it's just through sports and entertainment, that there would have to be something going on as to where they are caught in a realm, and any purpose to real humanity doesn't matter to them. So that's the money is the root of all evil, and that's the truth. Money is, because there's not been a gathering of those type of wealth or wealthy individuals that has ever made a debt on humanity being equalized. And even so, the devil can see that. And when the devil even sees you equalizing the power completely, so you're turning people who were once evil into not being evil. And that comes with the leveling. It comes with that. And it hasn't been done, you know, since they started giving us money. You know, so money is the root of all evil. And that's obviously why they give it, because they know that there's no way, and they're gonna allow, you know, for that money to be combined to do anything possible. I don't know if it's mind control thing or it's just, you know, a bigger spiritual thing or what it is, you know. But we've obviously seen that even a person like Michael Jordan can be idolized by the whole world damn near. And he literally can stay in a mental mind state to never really connect with black people. Like he was literally born in Bed-Stuy, New York, Brooklyn, and he never mentions Brooklyn ever. He's not, you know. So this is the type we're in the realm of like black. They make black men like that, you know. So you know, like it's that serious. And I love Michael Jordan, but I don't love him no more. He may be one of the greatest basketball players that ever lived, but it's definitely not the infatuation for Michael Jordan anymore. You know, seeing how he chose to live his life, you know, on a level of being fair. Like, bro, you never did nothing for nobody that really mattered, you know. And it's just the bottom line. You never did. You never did anything that really mattered and touched the certain people who really idolized you, people who wanted to just be, you know, sport trainers, who people who loved the game enough to study it because of you also. You know, we never got nothing from Michael. We never got, at this point, Michael Jordan's supposed to have sent every human being on earth a new pair of sneakers. He's supposed to have anybody who ever bought one Jordan supposed to have been able to take that shit back and go, you know, like he's bigger than life. He's supposed to have been bigger than life. He made himself human, where he likes white girls, you know, he likes fucking white girls, and he winds up letting Juanita take $400 million from him being an asshole. You know, he let that money go. He didn't care about that money. Michael knew something before we all knew something. He knew that his wealth would triple to the point where giving her that money wouldn't even hurt him. You know, and who's to say if he even has physical money at this point, you know? I mean, you're Michael Jordan. Everything might just be a fucking royalty at this point. He might be living his life on fucking royalties. Like, you know, do I really have to pay for anything? I'm fucking Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you know, they've created that type of atmosphere for some black people the most. The powerful ones, the athletic ones, the smart ones, you know, they've took the cream of the crop and infiltrated them with a monetary, devilish type life. So only thing they care about is money and continuing to live the life they live. So they've disconnected that group of people and basically singled out all the people who, you know, maybe average, maybe, you know, above average, but not on the level to be able to put in the starlight, to be able to just highlight it and to be paid get a $500 million contract. You know, so if every one of us was worth $500 million because of a talent we had, you know, then it'll be an equal playing field. Would we all need $500 million? I don't think so. So you know that one person fucking doesn't. You know, so for one person to amass $1 billion, $1 trillion, 500 million, you gotta look at what's really going on here. You know? So I'm fine living my normal $50,000 a year life. I'm fine with that.
The rich is gone. There's no one that can uncle's right there.
I'm fine having peace in my life. I'm fine with that. I'm telling you.
You got your brother Donnell and leaving his body in the same area as which Porter was, right?
You can't pay for peace. One thing I realized.
Not that Donnell got killed. We don't know when he was killed.
You cannot pay for peace. One thing I realized. You cannot pay for peace, man. The average motherfucker out here, you'd be surprised. A lot of these motherfuckers got new money. They ain't never had shit. A lot of people, they just started getting money, you know. So that's why we got so much crazy shit going on in the world also, because a lot of people just started getting money and they ain't used to shit. You know what I mean? They ain't used to shit. So a lot of these niggas is just coming out. You know what I mean? A lot of these niggas is just coming out. Everybody just getting money. They ain't never had shit. You can't be mad at a nigga that ain't never had shit. Nigga said Diddy hired him to kill Tupac.
Stay out my goddamn business. What you looking your tongue at me for like that? What you looking your tongue at me like that? You know you ain't gonna suck no dick. You ain't gonna suck, don't fuck with me. What you doing all that for? Huh? It's 2000. You suck dick. You know. I'm gonna check your ass out. I'm gonna check you out. When I get through, you can be right there on the side, right over there, with your mouth open. Yeah. Come right in the motherfucker, just come. I'm gonna put some of your mama choking shit out your head. You'll be coughing for 2 weeks, fuck with me. That motherfucker try to kill me. You fucking with a man here, baby. If I let you see it, it's gonna scare the shit out of you. If I unzipped it and just that you took a peek, you go blind. Shut the fuck up, girl. Man, I love my wife though. Man, I love my wife. Man, I can't hurt her. I'm fucking around with you. See, you fucking around my chain of thought. I just don't let nobody fuck with my chain of thought. You know that's your thing. See, wait, boy, let me tell you something. You with a sister. Oh, wait a minute. Don't tell me what the fuck to do. God damn it. You like who? You like women? Oh, you're a fire starter. You start a fire. Stangin' ass. Talking about I like women. What the fuck you like? You can't do shit. But kiss it. You can't do shit. Women need dick. Women need a hammer. Women gotta have the motherfucking hammer. Don't tell me you can't buy one. I'm gonna get fuck around and get a full burn between your goddamn fucking no damn door, nigga. You a lesbian for real, ain't you? Damn. If I was you with that, I'll beat your ass. I'll whip your ass to death. A lesbian. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, but I pray for everybody though.
You ain't hurt me, goddamn. You ain't hurt me.
Acting crazy out here.
I'm on a hunger strike. Bitch, I don't give a
on
fuck.
The internet, giving their lives up.
I hope you eat. I hope you don't never fucking eat. So every time you walk, you get lightheaded and fall the fuck out. Hope you just put all on your goddamn self. No, man, I'm telling you it is. Sex ain't the same no more. Ain't shit the same no fucking more. Pussy make me sick.
I'm gonna jump back on later though, people, but black niggas need to stop talking up here about shit that they did in the past. That shit is coming out. I'm out, y'all. I'll be back. Peace.